Hello YouTube, I hope everybody's doing great. Today I got a new product from Waveshare and this was kindly sent to me, and I'm doing an unboxing first and then I will show you once I get used to it and write maybe code for it. Not maybe, but just normally I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. And this is the ESP32-S3 knob touch LCD 1.8 inch, and comes nice in a plastic box. It's always nice. And look at this beauty. It is touchscreen display. You can see my forehead as well. And you can hear the clicking of the encoder. And I know this is using a bearing like this. Well, not probably the same size, but it's using a bearing. So it does not have any, well, very slight play, but not like other encoders with you might hear my wife in the background, sorry about that. And well, let's power it up to see what happens. It does come in with battery and without battery, and I think it has a proper on-off switch. Yes, I'm probably holding it upside down or crooked, so the USB connector is on the top. Oh, it also has haptic feedback that I will not be able to show you. There's a timer. It's like breathing the haptic feedback. It goes like this. So anyway, I seem not be able to get out of it. It has on-off switch, which really does shut off, because I have other hardware where when you attach a battery to it and you plug it in, it turns on no matter what the switch does, so it gets powered directly, but this one does not. And this is how it should be. You should be able, even if you plug it in, should be able to charge the battery, which I'm sure it's doing, and you should be able to also turn it off. And let's see it up close a little bit without my forehead in the picture. Maybe swiping. Oh, swiping will work. Anyway, project documentation. How cool is that? Well, you see how clumsy I am. I cannot get it to. Oh, here you go. Anyway, it does come with the battery, as I said, and you have a proper on-off switch, which is actually hard to notice as a switch. It almost looks like a button. It has 3.5mm audio output jack and a microphone. And actually my plan is to get a speaker into this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able, but that would be the perfect thing to AI, to ask questions. And anyway, it has a well, oops, sorry, you can see it. It does slide a bit around, but it's better than nothing. You can definitely turn it without the device turning itself, and it has a nice weight to it because aluminum. There's no plastic on this. Let me quickly weight it for you guys. It comes in at 161 grams. So anyway, this was just a unboxing, first initial view. I really like the knurlings on here. Looks very nice, and let's see what we can do with it. Stay tuned. Well, if you made it this far, I hope you did. I have to apologize to Waveshare for taking this long to make this video. The first part that you saw, I made the day I received this beautiful piece of art, and then it took me a long time to write the code, and other things came in between, New Year, Christmas, although I do not celebrate Christmas, but anyway. So here is a code that I made that I wanted to do for a long time. It's a combination lock, and I decided to do it this way with dots instead of like ticks. And the way it works, of course, the code right now is hard coded, or it's coded in the code, defined in the code. And how it works is you turn the knob, and the code is actually, let me do it first and then I tell you. Save unlocked. Clockwise to 25, counterclockwise to 10, clockwise to 35, and then back counterclockwise to 5. And then it does reset. It's I think 15 or 20 seconds. And the code also has, I'm using the haptic feedback, and come on, now it reset, and I'll show you the counterpart as well. So when you turn it, you will not able to hear it, but well, there's the slight tick of the switches. There are two switches on the board that act as encoder input, and there is a motor that uses that you can use as haptic feedback. I'm not using the touch screen, just the rotary encoder for the input, and then it connects via ESP now to my receiver, and then you can unlock a code or use something like a tiny solenoid like this. So you could just put this into your drawer, for example, and then have a hole in the top. Once it's unlocked, you will be able to open your drawer, which actually I'm planning to do. And two things I wanted to mention. This encoder knob has two ESP32 inside, and the way you can switch between the two while uploading code is very easy actually, and I might use that as well by turning the USB Type-C plug. So if I have on this one, there's a marking like the power, and if I connect it like this, I'm able to code to the ESP32-S3, and if I turn it around, I'm able to code to the other ESP. So, and I did make a mistake, and this unit has a microphone in it, no speaker but microphone, and I said this is the microphone input, which is wrong. This is the input for the reset switch. I learned it the hard way. So anyway, and here you have a 3.5mm audio out. here's the on-off switch, which I like. It's a real on-off switch. So if you turn it off, you can plug it in and charge the battery. One thing I wish it had is a battery charge indicator, because you cannot see if you're actually charging or not if it's turned off. And if it's turned on, you would have obviously have the code to show you that it's charging. But anyway, I do like that you can turn it off. Some boards you can turn off, but as soon as you plug it in to charge the battery, it turns on, which kind of defeats the purpose of a switch if you want to turn it off. So it has this non-slip, oops, sorry, hit the phone, non-slip pad on the bottom. And another thing, on the original code that comes with this, you can select the orientation. On that code, actually, the USB connector is on the top, but you can flip the display, I think, in 4 positions. So you can have the connector on the side, bottom, right or left side. So, and I actually want to use my small USB Type-C board that I created to power this thing, to be able to plug this in like that and then mount this, and then I could have this standing up. And anyway, now I want to show you the counterpart that I used. It is this one. This is my tiny PCB that I made, and it was my first board that I used, I think 04, 02 components, and I did this by hand, and that sure was not that bad actually. I was more afraid of reflowing the ESP chip without having shorts on that pin, but it did work. And then I tried to use it, and then the chip got warm, and I said, oh boy, I screwed up on the board somewhere and left it alone. And then for this, I wanted to have a receiver with a display, and I do have a receiver with the OLED display with an ESP12 that didn't play nice with the ESP now from the ESP32-S3. So I use this, and come to find out it does work. And this is my first board that I use the chip antenna, and that works as well. I can connect it to it via Wi-Fi or via ESP now, like in this case. So this board has also on-off switch, Type-C connector, reset, and a boot button. And this was actually intended to be a smartwatch pen, not smart pen, not smartwatch, smart pen. On this design, I thought first of having 2 displays, but then I decided to go only with 1 display to have room for a battery. This battery is from a vape, so it does not actually fit in the pen. But anyway, let me show you. It's very simple. Once I input the correct code, let me put this so you can see the number. I turn to 25, turn back to 10, turn up to 35, turn back to 5, and then it says unlocked on the display, and then it resets on the knob, and then sends the code again, or the message says it will say locked again. Of course, it's pretty long. If you want to use this with that, you would only need like a half a second or 2 seconds or something like that to open the actual drawer. Don't need to pull it all this time. And then it says locked again. So this is my example code for the Waveshare knob, and I have the box somewhere, but you saw that in the first video, in the first part. Anyway, if you're interested, I will share the code for this and also the code for the receiver, and then you can do whatever you like to do with it. And then of course you can change the combination, numbers and direction, whatever, so it will work the way you want it. And I really like this unit because it's obviously battery powered. You can get it with battery or without. I would just get it with the battery. and I will put a link in the description so you can find it through Waveshare. And thank you again, Waveshare, for sending me this unit for free. I was not forced to say anything nice about it. I just like it, and you can see how really nice it is. I mean, there is no denying this is aluminum CNC machined, anodized, beautiful. The display is great, and the code that comes with it can do so many things. I mean, you can just buy it and then use it with whatever it offers by itself. You don't have to write your own code for it. And yeah, this was my review for the Waveshare. And if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. And yes, if you're interested in this board, I have a few. The first ones I made via Oshpark, and then I had also made some from a different company, and they are green, and it's a 4-layer board. And you can see, actually I always put the date on my boards. Oops, sorry. And I made this in beginning of 24, so it's exactly 2 years old, and this is the first time I'm actually using it. So this is the board, Smart Pen by me. And yeah, Pete, if you're watching this, I might finally turn this into a smart pen. I have to redesign this, and it has a top here that you can unplug to charge it. Somehow I think I'm not in focus here. Anyway, this was 3D SLA printed, and unfortunately you can do very fine detail, but maybe it's the resin I used. It's very brittle, and you can see it without even being used. The tip kind of broke out just laying in a small container. So, but maybe it's my settings or the resin I use, I don't know. If you're interested in this and want me to make it, leave a comment. And if you do like the video, hit the like button. If you want to get updated on future builds or whatever, you can hit the subscribe button and then click the notification bell. And I should not have to tell you this, but since I'm having not that many followers, it might help to get more followers. And this was it. If you have any other idea for a code, let me know. Maybe I make it and share it. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching, and take care, and Happy New Year for all those people that I did not have the opportunity to tell. So bye.